Indonesia's hospitality, and in particular the chair, Puan Maharani, who has done an amazing job and has been a guiding light for all of us over the last couple of days. So thank you very much.
Sudut Dengar Parlemen.
Greetings, distinguished audiences, and welcome to Sudut Dengar Parlemen. This is a special edition of P20 event, the Parliamentary Forum and the 8th G20 Parliamentary Speakers Summit. I'm Zulfa Boas, your today's host. And today we are so delightful to have two honorable speakers with us. The first one is His Excellency Milton Dick. He's the Speaker of the Australian House of Representatives, and together with him also Her Excellency Mrs. Susan Lyons, the President of the Senat. So I go first for the question to Mr. Milton Dick. So sir, how do you think and what do you actually expect from attending this P20 event here in Jakarta, Indonesia?
Well, I think it's been a very successful gathering for parliamentarians associated with the G20 and the invited guests from Indonesia. The Indonesian government has done a remarkable job in holding the presidency of G20, and the P20 further strengthens Indonesia's leadership. And particularly as Australian presiding officers, it's unusual that both presiding officers would travel to this sort of event, but both the President of the Senate and myself wanted to show our support, particularly for Indonesia, one of our closest neighbours and one of our most important neighbours.
Thank you so much. So what topics that really capture your attention and could be the main concern for Australia in particular?
I think the strengthening for democracy in our region was a very useful session, very strong feedback from a number of countries. The issues around climate change and taking action, particularly in our region, is critically important. That's the theme and the role of this summit, but also, as Senator Lyons addressed today, the role of women in the G20 and the importance of gender equality.
Yes, definitely. Now, Mrs. Susan Lyons, so we're talking also the women empowerment as one of the main topics that being discussed in P20. So what attempts that Australia has undertaken to basically fulfill the women's role in the politics?
Thank you for that question. And before I answer it, I would also like to endorse the remarks from our speaker, Mr. Milton Dick, in relation to Indonesia's hospitality, and in particular the chair, Puan Maharani, who has done an amazing job and has been a guiding light for all of us over the last couple of days. So thank you very much to her chairing, and we wish her success for the continued G20 and the role that Indonesia has played to warmly welcome us and to take good care of us. And it's been a wonderful experience. So Australia has done a number of things to make our parliament much more gender friendly. So in both the House of Representatives and in the Senate, we have changed our rules to accommodate hours that make the Parliament much more friendly. So we're trying not to sit very late at night, but to finish at a reasonable hour.
Yes.
Because like your Parliament, we have a number of young families and their parents are members of Parliament, and we're trying to accommodate their needs as parents, and also to make sure that people can finish early and get home and lead a decent life outside of the Parliament.
Yeah, wow, that's really good that we can learn actually from Australia. So thank you once again, Mr. Milton Dick, as well as Mrs. Susan Lyons, for coming to our studio and have a discussion with us. We really appreciate your time, and please do enjoy the rest of your day and P20 event.
Thank you.
Distinguished audiences, that to be all, please do subscribe our channel to get more updates on P20 events. I'm Zulfa Boas, your host, saying goodbye.